I'm gonna tell you this right now, and listen to me very clearly. What I'm about to tell you, this sounds very simple. I know this sounds simple, and I know you've heard this many times before. But what I am telling you right now, this is pretty much the creme de la creme when it comes to influencing people. We're kind of disguising the truth here, all right? You can call that lying, but we're giving people an experience. So if you're somebody that's always keep saying your mind, even because you have a sense of justice, which I kind of I get you, I understand, but in the realm of influence, that's not how you do it. In the realm of influence, you learn to keep things to yourself when it benefits you. So, for example, I was talking to a girl a few weeks ago, and she asked me, and she was like, blah 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 blah, Trump as an example, right? Or how she would call him a dictator, which I don't support the motherfucker. But my God, man, when you calling a dude a dictator, even if you call Biden or Obama a dictator, I be like, look, dude, calm down. But then before I said calm the fuck down, bitch. Hey, don't call women bitches. I'm a little tired of your fucking language. sorry, Melissa. I saw her and I was like, look. And I was about to give my opinion and be like, wait a minute, he's not a dictator. But then I stopped myself. And I was like, wait, what do you think? She was like, well, I think he's not a dictator, but he's close enough. And then she was like, so what do you think? I'm like, well, man, I mean, I don't think he's a dictator, but I do think he has the look of a dictator, and I'll give you that, right? So it's kind of, I didn't agree with her, but I found a common ground, right? And then I disagree with her using a common ground. That's the whole point. You don't let people know where you stand on things. You want people, when they think of you, not know where you stand on certain issues, right? You don't want to be so direct about it, right? Because keeping it real feels good. Telling people off feels good, right? For example, if you hate somebody, you want to tell them exactly what they feel. No, right? It alienates you and causes more problems than good. Remember, this isn't about shedding blood. It's more about creating more of a peaceful surrender. All right? So that's one thing, right? We talked about using words to create deception, not deception to make it difficult to read you. If you have no control over your emotions, all of this that I'm telling you is not going to work. You have to control it. Because people who don't control their emotions always say the wrong shit at the wrong time. It's just that simple. So control what you have to say through learning to lower expectation about the person that you're meeting. Stop telling yourself how this is going to be the perfect relationship that will only amplify emotion. Say to yourself, it's not going to work. Develop rational negativity. It's not going to work. Keep expectations low. It also practice mindfulness. By doing those two things, you could control your emotions better over time, because if you don't, your words will betray you. Emotions lead to actions that you cannot control. Actions that are usually repeatable and that you've done before. And you're always going to keep getting the same result because you keep acting out of the same emotions. So control your goddamn emotions, Melissa, okay? All right, let's keep going. Something that you could do, and this is something that my friend, it happened to her, where the girl just literally didn't respond to her. The girl just disappeared for like a whole day. And I told her, I was like, yo, man, this bitch is just playing some stupid fucking games. And she was like, oh, I don't know. You'd be surprised. Because when you like the person, all of a sudden what is easy to read, it's not easy to read. You get what I'm trying to say? So getting them to chase and by literally not responding to text or acting out of character one day, or maybe one day you see them and you're on a date with them, but they're just extra quiet today, and they're like, it's okay, I'm not acting weird, I'm just had a long day, even though deep down you kind of don't believe it. You kind of don't push it, but then a part of you is trying to read them. You're looking for signs. You're confused. So by acting inconsistent from time to time, acting out of character from time to time, pulling away for like a short while, like a week or two, and blaming it on work or whatever, all of those things will create a mystery and will make them want to understand what's going on. You got to learn when to
have serious moments, serious conversations, when you're not being goofy all the time. For example, a perfect example is Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Goku was a goofy guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a goofy motherfucker, right? But one of the things about Goku that's so powerful is that when Goku gets serious, he gets serious. And when Goku gets serious, people could feel it. Because he could be goofy so much that when he's serious, people could sense it. It's such a contrast. So you gotta have your serious side, and this is one of those things that you gotta balance it. If you're too serious like Vegeta, then you gotta have your momentary moments of goofiness and lightheartedness. But if you're too goofy sometimes, like a freaking like Goofy doing backflips and shit, then you gotta have your more serious side to counterbalance, right? So it's not just seriousness that is attractive. No, it's not that. It's just that people need to see two sides. We humans have an understanding that people have multiple sides to their personality. And there's something deeply wired in humans that they need to see both sides to fully respect you. And there's something in humans that they know that when they see one side, they know that there's another side lurking, and people will poke at you to find out what that is. People are just curious creatures, and people poke to see what's going on inside of you, you know? You got to learn to use anger as a tool to inspire respect, as a tool to show people that you have one side, but that you also have a darker side. It's very important for people to know that there's a difficult side to you, that if they tap into that difficult side, you don't want to deal with me when I'm difficult. For example, it's almost like in negotiations, right? It's always better when you're negotiating to be a little bit difficult, to develop the reputation of being a very difficult person to negotiate with, because it gives you more room to maneuver. It gives you the ability to loosen up and to be nicer and actually give back what you've taken. It just gives you so much more maneuvering, because when you start off really nice, it's very hard to all of a sudden get mean and actually people respect it. It's like a kitten that gets mad at you. You just laugh at it. But when you first start out difficult and then slowly consent some good nature, people will accept your good nature with more respect and not look at it like an angry puppy who's trying to growl at you, right? So anger is used to balance out your niceness. And I'm not saying to be, like I said, a bunch of Terminators, a bunch of Wolverines out there. No, we're just saying that there are moments when you have to show your angry side. People do things to see that. And people, like this is just how human nature is. People need to see the anger sometimes. People do things that they know should piss you off, and they have to see it. If they don't see it, what happens is that people become emboldened, they get bigger, and they start getting aggressive towards you and test you even further. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.